What's going on, guys? Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to more Dead by Daylight. In today's video, we are going to be checking out the top 5 most used killers in the game. But before we get started, let's go ahead and check out what Behavior had to say on social media. They had this to say: kill rates, handshake, escape rates. Let's take a look back at the first 3 months of 2025 with some stats, giving us the links to the forums and Reddit. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, here we go, boys and girls. Here we go. It tells us stats January through March 2025. Right down here, they'll say killer picks, most used killers from January 1st all the way until March 31st. And it looks like they do have it in 2 different sections, so I guess it's like a top 5 depending on your MMR. Let's go ahead and get started with the left side right here. Coming in at number 1, it is the Huntress at 7% MMR 500 and above. So the Huntress is still a top tier killer, an OG killer in Dead by Daylight, still standing strong no matter what. I've always said this and I'll keep saying it. Huntress is still gonna be like top 3 most used best killers in the game. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments about that, but that's my opinion on that. But yeah, number one spot goes to the Huntress, 7%. Number 2 is going to be Wesker. I cannot escape this killer no matter what. Like, each time I go and play Dead by Daylight, in 5 of my games, 3 of those are probably Weskers. Okay, I always see this killer non-stop, so this does not surprise me. Coming in at number 2 spot is Wesker with 5%. Right here, coming in number 3 is Blight. Very strong killer. Very strong. The Blight coming in at 5%. Looks like tied with the Wesker. Let me know what you guys think about that. I think that's pretty fair. And keep in mind that Kaneki is not going to be in this, if you're wondering, since Kaneki just released. They have no data, no stats, or anything like that. So Kaneki's being taken out of the picture here. But number 3 goes to Blight. Number 4 is going to be the Wraith, another OG killer, once again standing strong in the top most used killers in the game, so that's really cool. And also the Legion, both of these coming in at 5%. The Legion kind of does surprise me, especially with all the brand new killers that we have in the game. The Legion is still being picked a lot, so this is kind of crazy to see, even in low MMR. Okay, even in low MMR, the Legion's still being picked a lot. Now let's go ahead and check out MMR 1800 and above. It says the Blight coming in at number 1 spot, so jumping from 3rd to 1st in the high MMR picks. So this is pretty crazy. The Blight is the most picked killer in 1800 and above, so that's pretty crazy. Once again, staying in the same spot, Wesker at 7% does not surprise me at all whatsoever. What does surprise me is Freddy over here. Freddy coming in at 3rd spot with 5%. I feel like I don't really run into Freddy's a lot. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I don't really run into Freddy a lot. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how your games go. But 5% with Freddy. Coming in number 4 spot is Huntress. This doesn't surprise me at all. I'm surprised the Huntress isn't a little more above these other killers, like above Wesker, above Freddy. Blight is, I do see quite a bit, so that doesn't surprise me at all. And coming in at number 5 spot is the Huntress at 5% as well, tied with Freddy and the Huntress. So there we go. Most used killers in Dead by Daylight so far for the year 2025. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments about all these stats down here. Now let's go ahead and keep it going with what else Behavior had to say. It says, can you believe how quickly April has been flying by? Not only is the Blood Moon event in full swing, but we also have a new update, Steady Pulse, quickly approaching on the horizon. In the meantime, we wanted to take a look back at the first 3 months of the year and share a look at how things are going for killers and survivors. Kicking things off are killer pick rates. Looking at both MMR groups, the Mastermind and the Blight were both winners, leveraging their high mobility to land in the top 5. While the Nightmare didn't quite crack the top 10 for the wider MMR bracket, his recent rework helped drive a higher pick rate among higher MMR players. And right under that, we do have the Deadliest killer kill rates from January 1st all the way until March 31st. On the left side, we do have MMR 500 and above. At the number 1 spot, we do have Freddy coming in at 69%. At the number 2 spot, we have Vecna at 66%. Number 3 is the Twins at 65%. Right on that, we have the Onryo at the number 4 spot at 65%. And right down here in the number 5 spot is the Dredge at 65%. And on the right side, MMR 1800 and above, we have Freddy once again taking in number 1 spots. That's pretty crazy to see. Right on that is the Twins. Instead of 3rd, moves on to 2nd, goes up the ranks. And number 3 spot is the Blight at 69%. So all these killers, literally 69%. It's pretty crazy to see. Number 4 is the Nurse at 67%, and the number 5 spot is the Spirit at 66%. Dead by Daylight had this to say: speaking of the Nightmare, fresh off his rework, it sure seems like he was a dream to play. Leading kill rates across both MMR brackets, while the Lich continued to leverage his Vile Darkness across all MMR levels. High MMR mainstays like the Twins, the Blight, and the Nurse unsurprisingly made appearances as well. Looking at the bigger picture, there was an average kill rate of 60% across all MMR, while that average kill rate increased to 63% for high MMR. This largely falls in line with our intended killer balance. And right down here, not only do we have Deadliest killer rates and killer picks, we also have escape rates. So I'm pretty interested to see what this is going to say. It says solo overall 42.1%. High MMR 40.4%, 2 survivors overall 39.7%, high MMR 40.0%, 3 survivors 39.4%, high MMR 42.3%, 4 survivors overall 41.0%, high MMR 48.2%. It says right here, average escape rates by group size, data taken from January 1st all the way until March 31st, 2025. Dead by Daylight had this to say: of course, there's more to a trial than just killers. Let's take a look at how survivors have fared. Overall, escape rates have tended to be quite close across MMR brackets, with all MMR seeing a 41% escape rate and high MMR landing at 42%. Digging into specific party sizes is where the results differ. Unsurprisingly, uncoordinated groups playing at high MMR performed best, resulting in the highest escape rate. Interestingly, however, solo queue players in the wider MMR bracket proved to be particularly hardy, falling above the overall escape rate. But with that, we'll see you again in July to share the next 3 months of killers and survivor stats. Until next time, the Dead by Daylight team. I think this is awesome. I think this is great to see, especially players seeing what's being picked, what's working, what's not working, deadliest killer rates, escape rates. This is all great information that they're sharing with the community. I love this. I love that they're doing this every 3 months. But there you guys have the top 5 most used killers in Dead by Daylight, depending on your MMR. But let me know what you guys think about all this information down in the comments. That's gonna do it for me. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Definitely does help a lot. Follow me on Twitch if you want to see any DVD action live. I'll see you guys next video I make, alright?